Testing, testing, testing. Sorry. Hi there. My name is Rohan Beve, and today we're going to be talking about the Apollo 11. Okay, we're going to be talking about the very first man who made it to the moon. Okay? So it all begins, during the Cold War. Okay, when Russia and America weren't the greatest of friends. Okay, they were just fighting each other during the Cold War, and each country wanted to show their technological advances, so they created the lunar race. The first person to reach space or whatever wins, to show who has more powerful in technology. Okay, so in April 12th, 1961, Russia launched the very first man into space, being Yuri Gagarin. But 1 month later, America did the same thing, just in 1 month. But John F. Kennedy was like, nah, I don't like that. I'm going to set up an ambitious plan to go get one man to the moon. Okay, so he created Project Apollo from NASA, okay? So eventually, years of dedicated research and technology was created to get a man onto the moon and safely back, okay? And eventually, they created the Saturn V, which was this rocket that would detach 3 parts and allowed to exit the Earth's atmosphere and get to the moon, right? So, but in the top center, there were mainly 3 components. There was Columbia, or the headquarters, the control manual and control station, where the crew was piloted in. The service area, so like for the rockets and extra fuel and stuff like that, And then there's the Eagle, or the craft that's gonna land on the moon. Okay? So all of this was set inside of Saturn V, okay? And the launch happened in July 16th, 1969, okay? So they launched. Everyone watched, and it just whoosh, it went into space after departing into its 3rd stage, okay? The service would detach from the Columbia would detach from servers and would then do a 180-degree rotation and then would reattach, and then this shell will come off, revealing Eagle, and then they would go and orbit the moon, and then Columbia, the headquarters, was eventually dropped out, rotating around the Earth's atmosphere. I mean, not the Earth's atmosphere, the moon's atmosphere, well, gravitation, And then the Eagle started to land, but there were some technical difficulties, so it landed in a safe place. And then these famous words happened. So the control station in Houston, Texas, all they heard was this. It took a 4-day trip, by the way. So on July 20th, 1969, these famous words were heard. Houston, Eagle has landed, okay? So now Eagle has landed, so then everyone on that day went to the television screens and, just to see the guy move down, okay? So a ladder was deployed, and Neil Armstrong himself said the famous quote on lines, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," and took his very first steps on the moon. So he and Buzz, the second person on board, there were 3 people on board, and the second person decided to go on, and and they roughly spent around 2 hours mainly. So they go and they discover some stuff to collect test samples, and then they would go back in the craft, and jet back all the way, crashing down, touchdown, landing, and it just touched down. Okay, touches down finally 4 days after. So on July 24th, 1969, they landed back. Okay, and that was the story of Apollo 11. Okay, and that was the story of the very first man that ever stepped foot on the moon. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye!